Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Today we're going to take a look at a tour of the wonderful island of St Maarten. It's a very popular island that Carnival goes to a lot. We were lucky enough to go there recently on Carnival Venezia. So I'm going to show you a quick video of the port area, and then we had a big group of us, and I went through a website called Project Expedition where they had, like, you could rent a bus for the day if you had a big group of people. And we had about 20 of us, so we had a big bus just for ourselves, and we did our own little private tour. We went to Maho Beach. We went to all sorts of beaches and places I'm going to show you some video of right now. And, you know, there's so many places you can go. You may not have a big group to do this particular tour. I am going to put the link in the comments in case you do have a group. You need at least, like, I think it was $500 for 10 people, whatever it was. It worked out pretty reasonable, about $50 a head. But you would need a decent number of people to have a private tour with it. But yeah, take a look at it. Take a look at the port. And a lot of you will have been to St Maarten, so you know a lot of places you love to go to. But yeah, check this out. A few sights and things to see in St Maarten. All right, we're going to look at the port of St Maarten and take you around the tour that we did. We did it through Project Expedition. It was a private tour bus, so it was more for a group. But all the places we went to, you would be able to go to on any tour, I'm sure. That was the look at the logo of St Maarten, a good tourist picture you could get when you get into the port. Just hang off to the right, at least from where we were, and you will see it. Go later in the day. It tends to be a little less busy than when people first get off. So as you can see, here we are in the port. That was Marty right there waving at the camera. Our little group heading ashore to go on this tour. We had a decent walk, as you can see. It wasn't too bad, but, you know, far enough to get into the port area. This is where you would congregate to meet all your tours and all that good stuff. And then we had a private tour, so you head just outside, and I'll show you where you would go for that in a second. You'll probably see you have to head for the EDC area, which is just outside the port, because they don't want the private tours being, you know, obvious at the beginning. They want you on the Carnival tours. So yeah, this is from the back area, looking back into the port. You come out to here, and you'll see off to the right where all these people are heading. These are the private tour area. You'll see that blue banner. That is the EDC area where all the private tour buses congregate and park. And you'll meet under this little tented area here, and then you will get on your tour bus as soon as they locate it. Ours was there really quickly. This is our group here. We had a red carpet. Who's more special than us? There's Janet and Al getting on the bus. So we had a group of about 20 of us on this particular day. So we had the power of numbers to rent a private bus and basically take us wherever we wanted to go. But like I said, you could have this bus go anywhere you want, and on any tour you will probably go to the same places we went to. The only place we knew we definitely wanted to go was Maho Beach for the planes. If you do go there, remember a couple of things. Number one, St Maarten is an hour ahead of Eastern Standard Time, so it's always good. Maho Beach is where the planes come into land, and you can stand literally right under them when they land, and then when they take off you can get blasted in the face by sand from the jet thrusters. Go onto the website and see what time the bigger planes are coming in for the better video. Most of them will come in around about 2 o'clock local time, which worked perfectly for our tour because that was 1 o'clock ship's time. But it could change from day to day. But we, in a space of like 15-20 minutes, had about 4 or 5 bigger planes come in. And I'm going to show you a video of the Air France plane that landed at the end of this video. So here we are driving around St Maarten, taking in the island. It is one of those islands, it's probably just about my favorite, I think, of all of the Caribbean islands, because there's a lot more to do than there is on a lot of other islands. I feel like this is one island I could come back to as we enter Oyster Bay. I could come back here for like several days and actually find things to do every day. I'm not one of these people that can sit on a beach. So if you can sit on a beach, any island is good. But if you're someone that's a bit more ADD, a bit more needs activities and stuff to do, and I'm not a snorkeler or a scuba diver either, so maybe I'm limited myself, but this is one of the few islands that I would say where there is things to do, or are things to do on multiple day basis that don't involve the beach and snorkeling. I got there eventually. So we're just driving through, looking at some of the beautiful areas. A lot of these are tourist areas. A lot of these are private areas. Our tour guide, Franklin, did a great job explaining everything to us, as always, as we drove through. We went to a few stops. There's one coming up in a second for some views. And then we stopped to feed some iguanas. I'll show you. We're coming up to our first little stop here. We fed some iguanas. We went to a beach that is also a nudist beach. Did you know that? But not the side we went to. It's called Orient Beach. We went to the side that was not nudist. And while it was pretty expensive, it was very quiet and beautiful and peaceful. And we had a good time. If I go back here, I think we'll probably get a taxi and go there because I could have my drinks. Julie can sit on the beach. Good old time. So this is our first stop just for some scenic views where we got out. Had a look around. There's like an observation deck. And then a little bit further down, we were able to feed iguanas. There's Julie with a stick with lettuce on the end, feeding her iguana. I'm surprised they didn't charge you, but they wanted to bring you in so you would stop at that little tourist shack, as it were, by the side of you. But they could have said $1 for a piece of lettuce. Everybody would have paid it, and they could have made a lot of money that way. But they chose not to. They just gave you the lettuce, which I guess was nice. There we go. Give Julie some more lettuce. Feed the iguanas. There's plenty of them there. But so yeah, we stopped and did that. And there's the big group of them. You know, they know they're going to get fed, so they'll be there. I'm not sure it's the most humane thing. You're not supposed to do this with wild animals, but what am I going to do? So here we are at Orient Beach. Coming in here. I'll take you on a little tour around it. We stopped here for like an hour or so for lunch, and people in our group were able to rent a chair for an hour. I think it was like $30 for the day, $20 for the hour, which was still, I thought, somewhat reasonable. I will say the drinks and the food were not cheap, but they were very, very good. This is definitely a tourist, upscale tourist area. But as you can see, it's nice. We got there, the restaurant wasn't quite open yet, so we just sat and waited. We got there about 11. There's Mike and Ellen. We got there about 11:40. They didn't open till noon. Although there was a local there that got fed early. They had some specials. So this was the restaurant and bar area. Restrooms were around the side to the right. The nude beach, if you kept walking, you'd hit it. And there was lots of food trucks and stuff down there. I don't know if they would be cheaper. But we only had an hour or so, so we stuck in this area. And then here was the main beach area, which, as you'll see in a second, was not overly crowded at all. And by now the clouds are clear. It was a beautiful day. It wasn't too hot. So we got very lucky there. And look, the beach is amazing. Down in the distance there is where the nude beach is. So if you read Orient Bay Nude Beach, know there are two sides to it. The nude one and the not nude one. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see this body nude. So yeah, you could rent these chairs and the umbrellas out. Like I said, some of our group did for the hour and got a chance to relax. You know, 2 deck chairs, that's where you can rent them. They did do an hourly rate. And I'll show you some pictures of the food at the end. So we carried on our little merry way, keeping going on around the island. And then we're going to get to Maho Beach. And I will show you some video of the Air France plane landing and then a United plane taking off. You don't really get the full feel, but I'm going to turn the volume all the way up. You will hear the sand hopefully hitting you when the plane takes off, and watch the people on my right as they run away. But yeah, this is Maho Beach, a little tour of the area. We'd parked up. And then there's a board there showing you what time the flights are actually going to come in. So you can check on that. And this is the bar and food area if you don't want to be sitting on the beach the whole time waiting for the plane. So you know what time the planes are coming in. A lot of people will sit here, have a drink, and then just head out when they know the plane they want to see is coming in. I will say the tide was all the way in this day. Last time I was here, it was much further out. And the waves, boy, were they coming in. People were literally getting thrown onto the beach. It was actually almost funny to watch. But we're heading onto the beach, and I'm going to let you watch a couple of planes come in with me not talking, live sound. yes, you will get blasted by sand. That is the tour we did, and I'll put a link to it in the comments. It's a few pictures of our day out. Maho Beach, it's one of those places. Go there once, say you went there. You don't have to go again, but it's a really cool place to see those planes come in over your head. There's a smaller one coming in over us. Yeah, a fun day out. There's Franklin, our tour guide. It was awesome. And then a good day was had by all. There's some pictures of the food we had at Orient Beach. So yeah, just a fun day. I hope you enjoyed that little video of our tour of St. Maarten. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, there you go, St. Maarten. Split between half of it is Dutch, half of it is French. So you'll come in on the Dutch side typically, pop over to the French side. One of the things I was hoping to do while we were there was taste some of the pastry shops. They're supposed to be amazing, but they're all closed because we were there on a Sunday, so be warned about that. A lot of places closed on a Sunday. And we were the only cruise ship in. Maybe if they'd had a few more cruise ships in, there might have been a few more places open. It was just, how often are you there on a Sunday? So there's loads of other things to do in all my port videos. It's just giving you a flavour and a taste of what the island is like. So hopefully it helps. But like I say, a ton of ships go to St. Maarten. I'll be doing one in St. Thomas coming up. A lot of ships go there as well, even on the same itinerary. So plenty of things to do in these ports. But I think that places like St. Maarten and St. Thomas, and I mean this in the nicest way, maybe one of the more developed islands, more modernized islands. When you compare it to an island like Dominica, kind of night and day, very, very different. But yeah, St. Maarten. If you like that video, please subscribe. If you hit that little bell, it'll give you notifications when I send new videos out. I try and do at least 3 a week. If you have any questions, my email is coming up at the end of this video. Please email me and if I don't know the answer, I know people that do, or I usually do, and I'll find out the answer for you. If you have any cruising tips or traditions, please send them to me. Every Monday I put out a video with your and mine cruising tips and traditions. I share yours with everybody else. I don't know everything, and I've learned so much from people's tips that they've sent me. But be warned, as I always say, I don't read them in advance. I put the camera on and I read them live and I react live, so you have been warned. I'm never mean though, unless your name's Dave. Watch the videos and you'll know. All right, with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.